Her technique is pretty good, but several times I was able to exploit her lack of prediction. I pick up a piece and examine it. It looks relatively new, yet worn for its age. I guess not. Does Lily play? The absence of Hanako's answer causes me to think about my question. A bit. This is the first time I played against someone other than her or? She cuts herself off abruptly, leaving the answer hanging in the air. Someone she knew before coming to Yamaku, maybe. Well then, I'm honored to have played against you. Can we play again? She asks as what? She asks as if she were asking me to cut off my own hands. The spirit of competition's gotten into her? Now you're starting to sound like Shizune. I hope I said it right that time. Sure, though don't expect me to go easy on you this time. Not that I was before, mind. She seems to appreciate the competitive tone. Same here. As we are setting up the pieces, there is a noise at the door. Who is it? Oh, Lily. Good afternoon. Lily. Oh, hey there, Lily. Are you finished? You both are here? Wonderful. At any rate, our teacher managed to round up some extra help, so I was able to leave. Have you been here since you left? Pretty much. We've just been playing a bit of chess. Would you like a cup of tea? Actually, I think it may be a good idea to go outside for a little while. The instant drop in Hanako's face shows her no objection. Shows her objection to this plan, even though she says nothing. I feel strangely compelled to voice what is plainly in view on her face, but Lily can't see. I kinda think that we should just stay here. Really? It's so crowded here that I was thinking we should leave the school and head for the local tea house. That actually makes sense. Good thinking. You mean the Shanghai? Of course, with everyone at the festival, it should be practically empty. Tea house? Oh, that's right, you probably don't know of it. There is a tea house not far from here, which we go to every so often. Sounds like a plan. Hanako, what do you think? Oh, did not mean to do that. Hanako jumps a little at being forced into the conversation, but at least she seems less distraught than before. If it's the Shanghai, I think it'll be nice. Well then, it's settled. Let's be on our way. Hanako and I rise from the table, and our preempted chess game. Before I can do anything, Hanako has poured the pieces into a small container and placed the board away. Looks like we're ready now. Please, lead on. Hanako moves to Lily's side as we venture onto the school's corridors. The pompous gate. The pair leads me through a series of unfamiliar doors, and we emerge on the side of the building opposite the festival grounds. Insulated by the heavy stone of the building, the noise from the crowd has faded to a murmur. Strange. I thought that most people would be beginning to leave by now. They're probably here to view the fireworks. Oh, that makes sense. Fireworks. Yeah, Hanako probably wouldn't like those. Yes, apparently the school puts on quite a show. A lot of people come from town just to watch them. Lily's decision to leave the school grounds seems to make sense now. Hanako would probably have a hard time with the whole town descending onto the school. Or ascending, as the case may be. Yeah, 'cause we're on a hill. For the second time since arriving at Yamaku, I found myself walking down this road with Lily. Only now that I can barely hear the incessant noise of the festival do I realize how loud it was. I can hear my ears ringing slightly in the evening air as they recover from the day's assault on them. I gotta see what song this is. Afternoon. Movement. 6 hours. Jeez. Save. New save state. Did I read that? I don't know. Yes, I did. Hanako clings to Lily, but still manages to guide her along the road. That, and avoiding the occasional gaze from curious pedestrians, appears to completely sap her constitution. She rarely raises her focus from the ground in front of her, nor does she utter a word. Lily, on the other hand, maintains her prim and proper persona just as she does in school. It's obvious she purposely puts effort into her appearance rather than hiding it as Hanako does. It's striking how different they are in the way of holding themselves outside of Yamaku's grounds. That said, it's obvious in both their cases that they do visibly change. Inside Yamaku, everyone is special, which negates the specialness of it. But once we venture outside the school gates, we are returned to the status of outsider and generic labels. Especially when we are in school uniform. It's like hanging a sign around your neck, challenging people to figure out what is wrong with you. I'm surprised that so many of the students keep it on. Then again, with canes and wheelchairs common among the students, I guess it's not that much of a giveaway. Or maybe I'm the only one that sees this as a stigma. Maybe you get used to it after a time, like any other school uniform. The tea house seems fairly standard from the outside, just an ordinary building with typical signs decorating the entrance. It looks like the type of place you'd walk by without a thought, just another generic cafe in a sea of thousands. If Hanako hadn't steered Lily into this entrance, I would have continued on down the road without ever knowing that it existed. Inside the tea house, it takes on a more traditional feel. Everything seems to have been made from the same lump of timber, from the counter and benches to the high-backed booths around the walls. But the most striking feature of the room is the lack of life. I think I can faintly hear something bubbling away in the background, but otherwise the room is silent. Without any direction, we simply wait near the entrance, politely obeying the "please wait to be seated" sign. Is this place closed or something? Oh, jeez. Wait, Yuko, what are you doing? The sound of a chair falling over echoes throughout the empty room, and a head shoots up from inside a booth. I wasn't asleep, and welcome to Shanghai. Yuko, dressed in a pastel apron and clutching a menu, rushes to greet us. Her misaligned glasses and ruffled hair cast suspicion on her previous statement. But whether she was asleep or not isn't the first question that leaps to my mind. You work here now? What happened to the library? Come on, Hisao, why are you assuming? Most likely it's part-time. What? Lily, Hisao. Welcome to the Shanghai. What are you doing? Yuko's still waking up. Your glasses are gone. Jerks into a violent bow, dislodging her glasses in the process. What? My glasses. As I pick up her spectacles off the floor, Lily offers an explanation. Yuko works here part-time as well as at the library. It's one of the reasons we like to come here. Yuko takes her glasses from my hands, shakily putting them back on. Yes, that's right. Thanks. Shall I show you to your table? There's no one else here, so you can choose your table and order whatever you like, but there may be a delay, as I will have to make it myself. It's alright, Yuko. Just a pot of black tea and a plate of sandwiches will be fine. Right, I'll get right onto that. Yuko hurries off to the back of the cafe, leaving us still standing at the entrance. She pushes the swinging half-doors open before realizing she hasn't seated us. I'm sorry. Please sit wherever you like. I'll be right back. Following her advice, I lead Lily to the nearest booth as Hanako follows. As I begin to sit next to Lily, I realize how appropriate this place is for Hanako. The high-backed booths totally separate you from the rest of the room, and it doesn't look like it gets that many customers. Of all of the furnishings, from the cushions on the benches to the condiment holders, look dated, but aren't overly worn. I wonder if Lily deliberately selects places like this to take Hanako. She seems like the type that would go to lengths to cater to Hanako's unique predicament. So, Hisao, I didn't know you played chess. Well, not very well, but I do know how to play. I suppose the obvious question would be, who won? Lily's innocent smile makes me hesitate. I don't really want to look like I'm lording my victory over Hanako. Hisao did. Yes, but not by much. Damn, saying that out loud makes me feel like I've done something terrible. Well done, Hisao. You've accomplished something I've only ever failed at. Thanks. I haven't played in ages, so it felt good to play again. Yes. Yes, it did. Hanako fidgets with her hair a little and looks away as she replies, but a small smile emerges. It is a little more extreme of a reaction than I expected, but still kind of cute in that Hanako way. Oh hey Yuko, you scared Hanako and Lily. It throws me a little off guard, and only Yuko's cataclysmic re-entry shocks me back into conversation. Are you alright there, Yuko? Do you need a hand? I'm fine. I have to do this properly, it's my job. Concentration plays across her face while she stares at the tray in her hands, as if simply looking at its contents will hold them in place. Sadly, this doesn't prove all that effective. The cups and saucers slowly dance around, occasionally clattering as they collide with one another. Taking great care, Yuko sets the tray down on the table with only the subtlest of crashes. There, see? Well done. Thank you, Yuko. Yuko's head rockets downward in a distinctive bow before answering. You're very welcome. Would you like to join us? There's something I'd like to discuss about that recent order, if I may. Oh, that's right. Lily and Yuko were discussing a pile of books when I first met Hanako. Something about Lily helping with the braille? Yes, we didn't get the chance to go through them, did we? Yuko hastily sits down next to Hanako. Apparently, her dedication to this job only goes as far as her concentration. Once it's broken, she suddenly loses it. I'll be in the library tomorrow afternoon if you'd like to try again. That sounds perfect. I'll meet you there after classes. Lily. Oh dear, that's right. Tomorrow's Monday. How could I have forgotten? I'm starting to feel a little left out of the loop here. Then again, that seems to be expected. I've been here for barely a week, so it's impossible to know everyone's schedule. My guess is Hanako and Lily have some special activity that they do. My dog's barking. Or he just barked once, okay. They have some special activity that Lily is gonna blow off. I'm gonna volunteer to do that activity with Hanako, whatever it may be. Well, perhaps we could come to some other arrangement. Did I read this? Yes, I did. Well, perhaps we could come to some other arrangement. Yuko, would you be in the library later in the week? Maybe, but this is already overdue. And there are some things I need. This might be a problem. Lily ponders for a second before discovering the answer. I wonder, might we be able to enlist the help of another if need be? To do what? You lost me quite some time ago. Being volunteered for something without even asking the slightest idea of what is going on isn't really my thing. Yeah, we can tell from Misha and Shizune, I hope, Shizune, trying to, volunteer me to, well, not volunteer, but, like, enlist me in the student council. And here I thought I had finally escaped the clutches of the student council and, their repeated attempts to recruit me. Oh, of course, the other day I was helping Yuko sort the new Braille books in the library. But Hanako and I usually go shopping on Monday afternoons. It's quieter on that day than on weekends. Last week we couldn't go because I was busy with the festival. I managed to slip away later in the week, but Hanako couldn't make it. Well, since I can't read Braille, I'm assuming you'd like me to go shopping with Hanako? Correct. You were a great help to me the other day. I think I can handle that. Hanako, what do you think? Please say yes. Please say yes. If you would mind. Of course not. I'm still not familiar with all the stores in the area, so it sounds like a good idea. Okay. Now that we have that arranged, shall we have some tea? It's now that I realize our tea has been sitting idly by all this time, getting no hotter. It's my fault. Let me pour that for you. Yuko reaches out with shaking hands, but I intercept her. She looks in no state to be handling hot liquids. It's alright, I've got it. Since you've already made the tea and the sandwiches, you fulfilled your waitress duties, right? I guess. Yuko relaxes a little, but still watches eagerly as I share out the assortment. What was that? Gunfire. What is that? Oh, the fireworks. As I am about to bite into the sandwich, a low, loud rumble can be heard, along with the flash of light from outside. I take it the show has started. Only now, looking outside, I can realize that dusk has come and gone, leaving us in the peak of twilight. Sparkling tracers arc upward, ready to explode in the floral shapes of fireworks. Let's go watch. Wow, way to consider Lily. Oh, sorry, Lily. Please don't miss the show on my account. From what I've heard, this isn't a bad location to watch them from. With the exception of Lily, we rushed to the window of the small tea house to watch the show. The strobe of colored lights plays across Hanako and Yuko's smiling faces, and for a second, I forget to look out the window. In this totally new world, there are a few things that don't change. I think that's why the school makes such a fuss over this festival. It's a chance to show the similarities between everyone. The show is over all too quickly. Fireworks are expensive, even for the most well-funded schools. This year, I actually did not have fireworks. Because of the heat that I was talking about. We were in a drought. It was too hot. You weren't even allowed to, light fires, or else, because everything would, burn down in an instant. It was bad. Before we return to our tea and sandwiches, Hanako turns to me. Thanks for today. And tomorrow. That's okay. I don't think I could have faced those crowds either. On days like this, it's more relaxing to spend some time away from everyone, don't you think? Yeah. Anyway, we've been delaying this tea for far too long now. Let's get back. Sure. We return to the booth on our light meal. That sounds impressive, bigger than last year's at least. Yeah, it was great. I've never seen them put on such a show. It gets better every year. I'm afraid, however, during that time our tea has gone cold. Oh no, let me make some more. This is my fault. Calm down, Yuko. It's nobody's fault. I take a sip from my cup just to prove the point. This tea isn't too bad cool anyway. It's like an iced tea. Really? Yes, really. Skip that. If you add a bit of sugar, it's kind of nice. Are you sure? I'm positive. Now why don't you sit down and we'll finish this together. Way to go, Hisao, taking control of the situation. Okay. Yuko doesn't seem convinced, but sits down regardless. She carefully measures out about 5 teaspoons of sugar and adds them to her tea. Wait, 5 teaspoons? I said a bit of sugar. I know, but I like my tea sweet anyway. I curiously peer into her cup. As expected, hardly any of the sugar dissolves in the cool liquid. She stirs it twice before upturning the cup and drinking the contents, sugar and all, in a single mouthful. That was kind of disgusting. You're right, that's not bad at all. You just, ate sugar. Good. I look back to Lily and Hanako, both of whom have finished their meal, as I witness Yuko's personality in action. Not wanting to hold anyone up, I use her tactic and finish the remainder of my tea in a single swell. Well then, it seems we're all finished. Should we head back now, or do we want seconds? Yuko's expression shows that this is clearly not a good idea. I think that it would be best if we got back soon. We do have to get back before curfew after all. Oh, that's a good point. I'll meet you tomorrow, Yuko. I'll be looking forward to it, Lily. Goodbye, everyone. We make our way out of the small tea house and into the dark of the night. Lily and Hanako once again take point, but under the cover of darkness, Hanako seems slightly less stressed than she did on the trip here. And here comes Rin. We move against... Oh, she might not come. We move against the occasional group of people emptying the school grounds, but Hanako seems to lead us along a few minor roads, avoiding the bulk of the crowd. Whoa, the painting's done. Outside the dorms, the school seems strangely quiet when compared to the noise of the day. Well then, thank you both for today. I think I learned a lot. You're most welcome, but I'm afraid that I really must be going. Today's been a long day. That's right, Lily spent all of the day on her feet. And I can imagine that walking outside of school would be pretty tiring for her. I feel a pang of guilt as I remember that I was probably the only one in the school that got up around 10 this morning. Sure thing. Well, I'll see you both tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Hisao. Night. The girls returned to their dorm, and I to mine. What is that? Wait, how do I show image? What is this? That was not there before. I've seen that face forever. Oh, that's huge eyeball, creepy face. I guess it's done because it had to be done for the festival, right? Actually, now that I consider it, today tired me out as well. What is this? A cutscene. Hanako. Hanako alone. Oh, that's me with my alfalfa hair. Oh, what are you doing? Act 2, hide and seek. Act 1 was very long. 6 hours for Act 1? My alarm blares into my ears, only to be swiftly silenced by my fist. My body switches into auto mode, carrying my subconscious self out of bed and into my uniform. I'm gonna save it here. And, pick it up later on. Because now I know that it's Act 2, Town to Town. We're on the Hanako arc, which is good. That's what I wanted to get. I was afraid we were going to get Lily, but that's good. We got Hanako. And, yeah.